Hey, what's up everybody? It's Joe from Swing This, and today's video is going to be talking about unilateral kettlebell training and how to decide which side to use first. So after this video of a client training at Swing This doing a fairly heavy clean and push press, a little bit of jerk, but we're going to talk about why, different reasons to pick sides that we do first. So anyway, check this video and I'll come back to you. So that's a good clean, so take your time. Alright, and you gotta see your alignment. For the first time ever clean and jerking at 24 kilogram, your alignment's really good. You're almost just push pressing it, so take your time. Let's go to the other side. We'll keep two PRs. So take your time now, and we're going to talk about something in a minute. All right, take your time. 2 hands on the way down. Okay, 2 hands. Good. Absorb. All right, now, quick video. Why should you do your weak arm first?
Because it's my weak arm.
Because it's your weak arm, and when you got to your weak arm, you're on body rep 3 and body rep 4. So next time, weak arm first. Great job. Alright, so as you saw in the video, what we did was we talked about what side to use first. So when she was going the 3rd and 4th rep, that was her weaker arm. Alright, so when I train and when I compete and I'm pushing myself for maximum anything, what I'm going to do is I'm going to train the dominant side. I'm going to train that or use that last. Say in kettlebell sport competition, here's why. So as she pushed the first 2 reps with her strong side, naturally people are going to do that when you're going for without being coached. So they're just naturally going to pick their stronger side. So when we're trying to get stronger and maybe go for more endurance, especially on unilateral exercises, we want to, at least I do, and it's how I train, train your weak side first, especially if you have to do both sides. If you're doing a set, 5 on the right, 5 on the left, without breaks, you should do the weak side first, because when you switch to your stronger side, what's going to happen is the body, if you do 5 and 5, that's 10 total for the body. So yeah, you're going to switch to a side and the body is starting to get tired. That means your respiratory, like your breathing, your heart rate, your adrenaline, everything's going to be up, okay? So sometimes you're starting to get fatigued. Let's just call that body fatigue. So that's one of the reasons, if you're trying to train, especially safety, if you're doing a 10-minute long kettlebell set, I always choose to pick my non-dominant side first, to go as far as I can with it, where I can make up ground with the dominant side when I switch. That also being said, when my body's pretty tired, 5 minutes is half of the 10-minute set, I go ahead and switch. Now my body's starting to fatigue, I can catch up on my breathing a little bit when I switch to that fresh arm. But let's talk about doing it for strength. So safety wise, if what you can do is you can train in sets and you can break that apart. If you're going to shoot for sets of 2, you might want to give that rest in between the sides. So instead of doing 2 right, 2 left, we can do 2 right, rest, 2 left. Okay, so things like that, you might have more sets. It's not going to be as much like conditionally for the body, but it will be basically strength training for the arm. So another reason why you might want to do the weak arm first is you possibly have injuries. You've had injuries, so we want to go into using that fresh when your nervous system is really connected. Definitely don't want to be doing this towards the end of your workout. If you're going for heavier weights or it's something like that you really need your nervous system to be, you really need to be connected. You don't want to do this fatigued. So a lot of that stuff, when I see people
doing heavier weights, you know, or maxing out or whatever they want to call it towards the end of the workout, either you didn't train really hard before and you're just kind of doing a warm-up until that point. If you're hitting PRs, you know, an hour in a workout, like, come on, that's not really a workout. But anyway, just for safety, something like that, use your weaker arm first. Plus, that'll also give you more time. So more time under, basically time in training for that weaker arm. So a lot of times when it's not that people aren't strong enough, it's that they're not coordinated enough, or they don't have that nerve connection to that side. It's just like writing. So yes, you can write your name with your dominant side, and yes, you can write your name with your non-dominant side, but it's not going to be as good. But can you make it better? Of course you can. But you're probably not going to be really good at it if you are practicing with your non-dominant hand writing your name when you're really tired after a long day. So just think about that. A lot of reasons to do your non-dominant arm first, whether it's for strength or for conditioning, for endurance, especially in kettlebell sport. I've seen that a lot of times when people go, you know, make it all the way, they kick butt with their dominant arm and go real far, and then go to switch. Their body's fatigued, they're shaky, their nervous connection really isn't there on a side that's really not even that coordinated, you know. So then all of a sudden they're muscling things up, and their form isn't great, and they end up possibly hurting themselves. All for something that could have been avoided by doing the weak side first. I like to train both sides, but more often than not, I will do the weaker side first, so I end up doing a little bit more. Now, another thing you could do to help train that, help balance it out, is either an extra set here and there. You know, if you end up with 10 extra sets through a week or a cycle or whatever, it ends up being more connection for the mind, for, you know, yeah. So anyways, more practice. Let's just call it practice. All right. So at the same time, what you could do is you could work on going a couple extra reps, or you could go lighter weight and focus on just really nailing down the movement pattern. Sometimes with kettlebells, or dumbbell or fat bell or whatever, unilateral stuff, it's not just the fact that the arm and shoulder isn't doing the work, it's that it feels so different in the arm and shoulder and the hand that your whole body is doing something different. Maybe you've set up in a different position with your feet, and your base and your ground, like what's grounding you, isn't correct. So it's the same thing. When you switch to that side, make sure that your base is correct from the very beginning. Because sometimes you go to switch, you're tired, and you just jump into it, and your base might be an inch off. I mean, that makes a big difference, especially when you're going for max weight or max endurance. All right, so hope this helped you. Let us know if it did. Talk to you later.